Action.
You were very excited. You're a very good brother. You're very excited to see that Millens, your sister's team, is up 19 at this point after one set. So it was pretty reasonably scored set there. In fact, Danny, you were watching the first set. It looks like there was some action at least at this table. I didn't see the score of the other match.
Yeah, there were a couple of slam swings. I was watching the other match just because I figured we would be doing the Rimstein match this set.
How did you guess that?
I figured,
This good bridge player and poker player that Danny is, he makes these connections very quickly. And if you're wondering, folks on the screen, if you're watching live, which I appreciate you guys hopping into the chat if you are, you will see the other match score on the lower right-hand side of your screen. So we'll keep our eyes on everything. Other match close, 32-27.
Yeah. Okay. So first board would see that Stuart opening a pretty big 1-0 from here with 5 hearts. Some people would consider upgrading it.
I would usually, right? I think this is a pretty classic upgrade. Danny, are you on the same boat?
I don't
You
love
don't
the
like the hearts.
17 upgrades with modest suits like this.
I see.
I'm okay with just one no trump here. Dining
Okay.
7-6 of hearts is nice, but sort of a no trumpy kind of hand too. I don't really feature the auction going a heart, a no trump, two no trump, and having the lead come through my ace queen tight of spades. So
It,
I'm fine with no trump here.
it's interesting. At the other table, it went a heart by Joan Millen sitting east, past two hearts by her partner Shan Huang, and then it went pass. And now Zach Grossack has balanced with three clubs. And it's gone check double now at that table. We could see some action on board one. So at the other table, I've mentioned most of them. Georgia Bada and Zach Grossack sitting north south, super strong pair, and Joan Millens and Shan Huang sitting east and west.
Let's see the action three clubs double because I think this is going to be
Kind of
win the
just a
club,
normal.
knock out the heart, run the clubs, cash the ace of diamonds, and I think
We,
that's a normal
we
90 instead of 10.
I think Shan might just bid here. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you need some experience to play with Joan because maybe she doesn't double that often. But
I actually have
anyway,
I have a fair amount of experience playing with Joan Millens. Actually, I've played quite a bit with her, so
I would guess she doesn't double lightly in this particular spot.
she definitely doesn't. Shan knows she has a good hand here, and he. Oh, I thought he passed it. No, he's still thinking here.
yeah,
This is interesting.
I think it's an interesting spot. I guess you can pass, you can bid. Although having a double on club is never a bad thing when Joan is doubling. Oh, okay, so maybe 3 diamonds. He didn't dare to pay out 470 on the first board.
Yeah, honestly, he's made a good choice here. It looks like, right? Although, wait, sorry,
Well,
maybe
it looks
not.
like 3 clubs should go only one off, probably.
Got it. Yeah. Well, they're gonna play four hearts, and now comes the hammer from Zach.
Well, yeah. One thing is for sure is that when Zach is playing in the match, you can never expect the match to finish 0-0.
No pushes. David Douglas, welcome from London. London calling. I like that you guys are just evenings of bridge over there this week. Thanks for joining. I honestly, I've played with two of the players at this table. I played with Georgia once and Joan many times, and I've played against Zach quite a few times. I think I played against Zach when you were playing with him, Mecca. Did you guys win a pair event like?
We won the pair, yeah, we won the silver pairs.
That's
Like
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you guys just wiped the floor with us in two boards in like the last set. I was happy that we could contribute to your victory.
I'm sure there were other pairs suffering from the same fate.
Wiping the floor with us? Yeah, exactly.
So Joan, when she saw her partner pull three clubs double to three diamonds, she was hoping for something like ace, jack, fifth of diamonds, or ace, fifth of diamonds as a source of tricks in addition to all the other values, whatever values partner has.
Yeah, she just has like that wastage in clubs. It looks like, right?
Well, she knows she's got wastage in clubs in the auction. And Zach also knows that the clubs are well situated for his side from the auction.
Sure. So this is definitely going to be a little bit of a swing for the Rubenstein team. Am I pronouncing that correctly or no?
Rubenstein.
Should have done my research prior. If anyone's in the chat and knows, fire it in there.
It's like a two-way guess. I think the world is split half and half on Steen versus Stein.
Yeah, I just never know which half I'm supposed to be in. So
Mhm.
Well, you can use the trick that I use on certain situations like this. Half the time call him Rubenstein, half the time call him Rubenstein.
variance, yeah, just vary exactly like a poker player would be. Just vary up your strategy here. Welcome from Amon Jordan. Yeah, bridge all over the world. Let's go. Where's the
It's-
Twitter chat, Twitch chat? What's up with that? It's very quiet right now. Where are you people?
I'm thinking I'm with Danny on this board that since their hard suit is quite crappy, I wouldn't really like to upgrade his hand so much. Also, imagine you open a heart and bottom is a no trump. You just know you're wrong side of the contract already.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He said he agrees with you.
I totally I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hello, Allison. Welcome to the chat. Well, thanks for
I
watching.
know I will miss 4 hearts from time to time, but at least I won't have to play 4 hearts double if I open a no trump.
This
So,
North-South Paris played a bunch of mixed events together. They're reasonably experienced considering they're both very young as well. So
So the last little swing on this hand is that Jack of Diamonds comes down Doubleton, which will be a relief to Joan. She's only going to be down 1, or she might have been down 2.
it won't be as terrible of a swing here.
It'll be 7. Down 2 would have been 11.
Yeah, and that tightens up actually. So we're in the right spot. And after we see this,
Oh no!
Whoa.
what happened? Oh, she pitched a
the
trick.
Jack of Diamonds Doubleton.
Yeah. Oops.
And lost a trick to the 8 at the end.
So that will be a
There is
bigger
a
swing.
11.
All right. So as I say, gets closer, even closer than that. Let's get back to the action at the other table. Picking it up with a club. South has a pretty automatic double, a heart, which is 4 plus spades. East bids a spade, and then South just bids a no trump. And there, Kevin Dwyer Rimstead. You're excited that Kevin took the Rimstead name, correct? Can we get Shane Blanchard to take the Rimstead name also? Just get all the husbands into the mix.
I mean, I guess I haven't really had a discussion. I haven't heard if that even has been a discussion. But
I'm pretty sure it's not a discussion. It's like, just listen, take this name. Just slap it on there.
What I'd like to see is some 2-day Swiss at the end of a Nationals. The 6 of you play on a team together.
Exactly.
How cool would that be?
You won't know who the captain is. It's just a Rimstead.
We'll see if we can make that happen at some time.
Yeah.
But only Rimstead will know, right?
That would be a heck of a team.
You gotta do that once.
I mean, Shane, I have to give it. I've played a lot with Shane. He's really good for a non-bridge player. For a guy that doesn't play bridge, he's a really good bridge player.
Yeah.
So the double followed by the no trump shows a hand that's too strong to overcall a no trump. Here he's got 19, a pretty good 19 at that.
Yeah, nice and chunky one. Interesting Queen of Hearts by Onum here.
No, she bid hearts, so she's leading them. So of course her hard bid didn't show hearts; it showed just spades.
We were talking about this pair specifically, Mika, Cecilia and Kevin. That there's a lot of Swedish influence pushed onto Kevin as far as system is concerned, and
I have seen that throughout the tournament.
Yeah, so you recognize a lot of their system basically because it's kind of the same sort of stuff that you and your brother do, right?
It's not only system. I've seen Kevin for some reason now opens like 3 hearts and queen sixth. I'm like, what? I've never seen.
He read my book, didn't he? He read the Rimstead book.
You see Kevin preempting with like 4 counts and opening hands and just something I've never seen him do before.
Yeah.
And I played in that same team in the Nationals for like 4 years with him now.
Kevin did something that is super tough. He was part of that 4-handed team that won the Open Trials a few years ago. That was amazing.
Fantastic player.
Yeah, and honestly, the endurance you have to play this thing 4-handed is ridiculous. I don't see.
I can imagine.
It seems like torture.
A bit surprised he was attacking the spades here. I mean, I guess he had to do some work in diamonds. and just to keep the control he never suit. I would have guessed that he would start with King of Diamonds instead of the Jack of Spades.
It's going to work out real well for
That
him.
seems more normal, but maybe he's hoping that eventually he'll get to the dummy and spades and lead towards a potential ace double, towards his diamonds and catch an ace doubleton on his right or a singleton.
The other room played 2-0, making 2 quite quickly, apparently, because they were behind this table, I believe.
Every time I play with Zach, I've had that experience that when he's having a difficult contract to play, he's using all his table feeling and playing as quickly as possible and try to get every piece of information from opponents.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's not that surprising. He's playing 2-0 and already makes it, probably because he was like winning the first trick immediately and just bangs down the King of Diamonds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a style he actually, I don't know how much he got it from, but that's a style that Jeff Mexroth uses successfully as well, which is he thinks that he can outthink the opponents if he plays quickly and forces them to play quickly.
Yeah.
What about when he gets up against Joe, though? I mean,
I guess that's when he tried to have to.
That's like I raise.
All right.
So now he's gonna figure out some fantastic news there with that spade play, and
yeah. Notice he's got the 10-9-8 of clubs to stop a long club trick. He's got the 10 and 9 of hearts between the two hands.
Blockers.
Heart trick.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if he cashes spade now,
what does he shake?
And they cash 2 clubs, he will be squeezed.
That's true. So he already pitches a diamond here.
So he might actually go down in his contract. Imagine playing a...
Yeah, because if it goes diamond now, club, what does he shake? He has to pitch either 2 hearts or a heart and a diamond, and
so prevent that from happening. Is that possible?
But can they communicate? Yeah, they can communicate everywhere.
So I guess, yeah. So if he plays a heart now, would that stop it? I don't think so.
If he plays a heart now, it would go win with lefty club and then club again.
Now there's no entry to the west hand, right?
Right. So the diamond position is
the 9 of hearts gets stuck to the jack.
So he's going to have to cash the ace of diamonds if he wants it.
Yeah, but then that's going to kind of squeeze east a little bit. So I guess to play
this is a weird position.
Right? Playing a heart saved the board, I think.
I'm curious why he didn't once he got the good news in spades, why he didn't just knock out the ace of diamonds at that point.
Yeah, maybe he was playing too quickly or something. That would be my guess.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Because he was in good control over the heart and the clubs.
This is a spot I know personally I've gotten wrong before where I didn't foresee getting myself squeezed.
Yeah, you know exactly. Here he goes. He exits a heart.
Well done.
Let's see if they do it. Yeah.
I think that's going to break up the communication.
Yeah, because it's
not a common theme where you have to break up the communication for a squeeze as declarer.
So here now it's going to go. Now he's going to have to know. Okay.
So now he has
diamonds have to get pitched.
Yeah, he's got to just hold on to.
Yeah,
hold on to 10 and a heart.
He knows the steward has the king of hearts. Probably, actually, he should know that he's the king of 1 in heart because he didn't win the king of hearts. Because if he only had king doubleton left, he would won the king and cash his clubs.
Well, it doesn't matter even if he gets the club in the dummy is a trick anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking if
doesn't matter what Kevin does is my point here.
Here he goes.
Yep.
All over.
A little
well done.
Carefully played, but he saved the situation.
Yeah. Well done, Mr. Rimstead. Is that what that's what we should call him, right?
That's what we should call him.
Call him KD.
Or Mr. Cecilia Rimstead?
I don't know what Cecilia would think about it.
Mr. KDR. I like that.
Am I correct in saying that your sisters are older than you, the brothers?
Yeah, they are 7 and 8 years older.
I remember seeing them far earlier than you. That's why I assumed that.
Who is the oldest, if you don't mind saying?
Yeah, but Between all of us, it's Sandra.
Yeah, that's exactly. I didn't want to say it. Thank you.
Ooh, this is a weird looking result on the other table. Three
spades down 3 in the east.
Did you just go 3 spades all pass?
No, it went 2 spades, double, 3 spades all pass.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh wait, no,
Like,
sorry. Sorry guys, talking about the wrong board there. Excuse me. At the other table here. No, same. Sorry, it did go 2 spades. I was looking at the other match, which was about to have the same auction, and that's exactly what it was. 2 spades double, 3 spades Czechoslovakia.
I really can't blame Zach for passing out 3 spades on south. Can't get in live from partner. I mean, which game are you thinking you're gonna make? You have queen and 1 in spades, which is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Although queen of spades was a winning card at this point if you play 3-0 from north hand.
Yeah. And you're
And as a card flyer, I suppose you can even make. No, you cannot make 5 diamonds. You have to make 3-0 from north.
yeah, because you have to have 2 spade tricks, right?
Yeah.
Or
5 diamonds,
timing,
2 spades, and 2
whichever.
clubs. 2 hearts, yeah. We'll see what Kevin does here. I think I support with what Zach did in the other room and pass. Having only 3 hearts, I can only see I'll see a lot of bad things happening by doubling again.
Sure. Because partner just has the 4 level essentially, and maybe 3-0. 3-0 would be amazing.
Yeah, my honors just look so bad.
What do you think Cecilia would do if it went? Okay, good. But if it goes double pass to you, what's your pleasure with Cecilia's hand? Are you clipping off 3-0 for a good shot, or are you just bidding some diamonds there?
It's just such an awful situation. I really don't know.
That's why I asked you.
Sometimes I bid 3-0 and says partner forced me to bid. I took a bid and I was wrong.
Yeah. 3-0 when it works obviously has a bigger upside, but it's less likely to make than 4 diamonds.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
All right, don't forget, folks, we're live. Hop in with your questions, comments. We have a lot of knowledge in this view graph compared to normal. We have people that have played with basically almost everybody on this team. You've played with Anum before, Mika?
I played once with her when I was pretty much like a pickup team with Gillian in Biarritz. It was the first time I played with
nice.
And then I didn't have any partner, and Anam was there on vacation, so played with Anam in Gillian's team first time in Biarritz.
Another fine U.S. player, and she was on this channel a lot back in the day. We did like a little show together here for a bit. Some of you might remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular on him.
She's very frequently attending the European festivals also, so I see her quite a bit.
She has a lot of friends over there too. Basically, I think
yeah,
Danish and whatever. All those people.
Just name one nationality, and I
all you people, you people over there.
So something in an interesting spot here for Stuart Rubinstein as to what he's supposed to play a trick to. He may not have very many entries to the dummy. He wants to be able to potentially finesse for the queen of spades, ace of diamonds.
Yeah, let's take your pick, and they're all wrong essentially. It's unfortunate.
It turned out spade to the king would work.
Spade to the king would be amazing, but isn't he? I don't know. He's probably likely to think. Although the ace of spades, would you think is less likely to be in the south hand after a double?
Probably the ace of spades is raised to be on south. But if you're only looking at the card combination, I would believe low to the king is the winning, because that would pick up the singleton queen.
Yeah.
Although, since it's not only suit combination given the bidding, I'm not sure. I would guess ace of spades is raised to be more often on the south than north.
He could play a low spade here. He's gonna get it. It looks like there it is.
He's gonna get it right once he starts with a low spade.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna have a nice surprise there.
Still just too many losers.
Well, now he has an entry for the diamond play also, so he's kind of like double dipped for a win here.
Mm-hmm.
Cecilia's just tilting now. Oh my
god. She can see looking into that dummy and knowing that Declare is limited by their 2 spade bid that they're not going to be making it.
So there's a question. I'm going to flip to the original version of this hand so you guys can see as it existed at the start. The question in the chat is, what vulnerabilities and seats would you preempt the East hand here? I don't like preempting that hand very often with this bad of a suit, but maybe white red in third chair I could bid 2 spades. What do you are you bidding 2 spades in every seat here, white, or what's your pleasure?
Me, I'm bidding first seat white all or just white red. Second seat white red. Third seat white again. I don't know that.
So just non-vulnerable, it's pretty standard.
Yeah, and I want
white?
to be favorable in second seat. I don't white. I don't think. Yeah.
Mika, you already referenced some sort of crazy preempt style, so I'm guessing this is like.
I'm actually not that crazy, except only in these colors.
Got it. So yeah, white red is
even nobody vol I would pass, because I just hate going for like 800 against a non-vol game.
Sure.
Don't we all?
I don't like losing my spade suit though. And I know if I do have a, king 6 of spades partner has some values over there.
And it's not the worst hand either, right? It's like you have maybe a surprise defensive card at some point if they play it. The king of diamonds is maybe, I don't know.
I don't mind spades non-vol, but I would never consider it doing it vol.
Right. No. Right. Vulnerable, it seems egregious.
Vulnerable is insane. And a lot of people will say, well, 2 spades shows 5 to 10 high card points and 6 spades. That's what we have. But that doesn't mean every time you have that, you should bid that. And the important part about this hand is that your spade spots are so poor.
Yeah.
Right.
If Jack 10 of clubs was in the spade suit, then I'm sure Mika and I and everybody else will be more aggressive choosing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. Great question, Peter. Spawned a good conversation, and we are back with Millen's up 7. At the other table, we can see Rosenthal opening up 17 as the number. We're going to have Dana Berkowitz on as well later, so you might be fighting for control of the screen, between, Rosenthal and
surprising play here from Kevin.
Did you see Ruff and Sluff go by? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first thing Stuart was playing was like Trump. So that would just ring a bell. It's like, okay, he does not want to rough any diamonds. Diamonds should probably be 2-2 between the Claire and dummy. So I guess Kevin should have known at this point that playing a diamond was very likely to be a rough and slough.
He's still going to have to lose 2 hearts and we'll be down 1.
Yeah.
But
welcome to the live broadcast, people.
Honor Doubleton in Cecilia's hand.
Yeah, he is not a fan of this position now.
Now, I suppose Kevin knows the whole distribution, and when Stuart is playing a heart, maybe Kevin will smoothly duck it and try to play Cecilia for having a king doubleton.
He did double and then pass also, so that's...
And he also didn't lead a heart holding the ace king.
Yeah. He's going to play a couple.
I think there's a fair chance that Mika's onto something here, that the Claire is going to get this wrong on the end. Playing some trumps out to see if he can find anything useful.
Mm-hmm. And now he has to kind of make a decision here. And there you go. Mika, we're not betting with you today. No gambling with Mika today. He's just on fire. He knows this too well. Nicely done.
Spotted. I got that extra under trick back.
I don't know if we should let him watch any more U.S. Bridge. Although this is you're playing the open event. We've already let the cat out of the bag there.
Don't worry.
By the way, good luck with Fleischer, buddy. Good luck.
Absolutely.
We're sending our best.
I have taken so many notes during the open trial.
I told you I'm still available for non-playing captain unless one of these mixed teams snaps me up, and I come recommended.
I am too.
Danny, stop! I'm going to mute you now. Sorry, you're breaking up. What?
Here North South missed and the other room missed what looks like a pretty easy
very nice 6 heart slam. Yes.
What is this contract in the other room?
It's
3 no Trump.
3 nizzle, and let me get it for you. It was Bada Grossack as well. Surprising. Let's take a look.
Well, we all know that Grossack's favorite contract is 3 no.
So it went a diamond, a spade, 2 diamonds was alerted as 5+ hearts. And Zach bid 2 hearts, and Georgia bid 3 no. Which
So
I'm not. She didn't alert it as anything special, and he just floated that.
seems like they were not on the same page here.
Three no seems like it's kind of. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wish we had some sort of idea of what it might have been, but that's a big hand.
I do remember when I played with Zach that the 2 clubs was usually the bid showing hearts or spades, depending on what the overcall was. So I don't know. Someone is having.
Yeah, it's possible they just kind of weren't sure, weren't on the right page of what that is.
Yeah.
Let's see how Cecilia and Kevin do it. What do you think, guys? Would you like to wager on either side of get to slam or not?
Oh, I'm laying 3-1 get to slam.
Okay, 3-1. I have no.
I'm not.
I can't go on the
mark on
other
the other side.
I would need a
3-1.
lot more than 3-1.
I mean, after Kevin bid 2 spades, which I assume is in game 4 things, Cecilia will never stop less than slam.
Yeah.
A bit surprised why Kevin didn't bid something like 4 clubs splinter or something. I mean,
does he want a little time to maybe get more of his shape out there, or
does this really give him more time to do it?
Or maybe he wants to.
It's always going to be hard to get that 5th heart in after you open a diamond.
Well, I mean,
and by the way,
I think at this point Kevin's more worried about getting to 7 than missing one that's right. I mean, picture ace, king of hearts, king of diamonds in partner's hand, and it's going to be good. So he wants to make. I mean, I like the idea of the 4 club splinter because if partner bids 4 diamonds over that, if that shows the king, then we can really be excited. But
as long as Cecilia will be the one taking control over the bidding, I guess they shouldn't bid 7 because the only important card for Cecilia is ace of spades and the ace king of diamonds.
Yeah, and here's the start of our process here.
Well, if Kevin were able to take control, he could find out about the ace, king, queen of hearts,
and then try to find out about the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the only problem Kevin doesn't know that Cecilia has a singleton or a doubleton diamond, which is a big deal.
All right, yeah, sure. Small singleton diamond would potentially make things good as well.
So let's see. I've been watching a lot, and I have not had many misunderstandings so far this tournament. So
yeah. In fact, the teams that are in the semifinals have played clearly the best, right? It's definitely been, earned, all these teams. There was really not too many close matches coming in. A few of them were close for a bit of time, but
there's something about 120 boards that when there is a big discrepancy here, we're seeing
exclusion.
Yeah.
So
120
folks,
boards, when there's a big discrepancy, the lesser teams very seldom wins.
Yep.
Much different than
this 5 club bid. For those of you watching at home and wondering what the heck is this, this is an awesome convention. This is called exclusion key card. Basically, this jump to 5 club says, hey, tell me how many key cards you have, but do not include the club suit. Right? It's basically what we do when we're void. So now Kevin is going to get basically 2 with the queen here.
This is super risky because, as we were mentioning before, now Kevin is the one who's taking control, and he has no idea how many diamonds Cecilia has.
Yep.
Well, it's part of it to no trump. I mean, they're more likely not to have a singleton diamond.
I guess so, unless she was bidding that as sort of a waiting bid. Assume that Cecilia would have something like 4 clubs and singleton diamond. Maybe she'll bid 3 clubs with that hand.
If 2 spades was game forcing, I don't see any reason to go out of your way to not describe what your hand is about with your turn. But I mean, I'm just guessing what's going on with them. But
yeah. You're saying maybe with different agreements, you might have a way to just kind of show, okay, I'm 5-3-3-2 or semi-balanced, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Tuno would also, if it was natural, also always has a spade stopper in case we're belong at 3-0. But I mean, I guess picture 4-5-4-5-1-3 is a possibility.
5 no is 2 with the queen as expected.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see something. Either 6 clubs as some sort of asking bid or 6 diamonds as, do you have the king of diamonds?
I guess these clubs will be the 5-no bid, confirming all the key cards, and then it's interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So they don't need to worry about finding clubs. I mean, if he bid 6 clubs, Cecilia surely would show the king of diamonds with 6 diamonds.
And
so.
and as Mick is saying, it becomes the confirmation bid, right? 5-0's taken here because of the exclusion. So 6 clubs says, "Hey, partner, we have all the key cards and the queen of trumps." You know,
And I can guess from both point of view, the only important card in this bidding is for sure the king of diamonds.
yep.
So now they just have to be on the same page, hoping that, as Kevin now bid 6 clubs, confirming all the key cards, I guess Cecilia would not
Well,
be
now
too
just
bidding
bid 6 hearts, probably, right?
Yeah. I would hate bidding 6 hearts in Cecilia's hand. She has so many high card points. She only bid like 2 clubs, showing a forcing one round with hearts.
Yeah. So let's see if it's going to be a swing either way. They're going to play 6 hearts or they're going to play 7. So
Yeah, so they'll either win 10 or lose 11, I'm guessing.
just don't play 6 no trump on a club lead. That would be
I mean, Cecilia, I should think that she already queued spades.
Yep, exactly. And
ace of clubs should be completely worthless in this auction.
Yep, she knows 4 points are wasted. She knows partner has long diamonds and hearts, right? So the king of diamonds has to be.
I mean, Cecilia should even know that Kevin has at least 6 diamonds, unless Kevin has 4, 4, 5, 0, right?
Right. Because he's opened diamonds and then raised hearts and then kind of shown a void. So
this is getting more and more typical to play in Sweden and also around Europe, that opening a diamond is showing an unbalanced hand. And it has some upsides, also some downsides, especially if the opponents are taking over the bidding. They would know a lot about your distribution already.
Very good point.
Yeah, I play a style like that too. And in fact, I play 1 diamond shows 5, and I stuff those 4, 4, 4 ones with a singleton club into 1 club, which can be a little problematic, but knowing partner has 5 diamonds on the other 1 diamond just makes a lot of the competitive auctions so much better.
Yeah.
Do you play with 4, 4, 4, 4, 1? What do you open?
I open a diamond.
Yeah, I think that's more common.
Yeah.
All right, she's kind of thinking through the whole auction again still here.
Well, she can visualize ace and 1 spade, or the ace of spades. She doesn't know about the 5th heart, but.
So the other match is tightening up as well. 6 imps is the spread in that match. Rosenthal Zhang.
So on 19 did both pairs bid and make 6 hearts?
I will tell you right now. No. Wow. 7 hearts and 4 hearts were the contracts in that match. So
Don't you love it?
how do you love winning 11 when you think you missed 6 hearts? That's pretty.
That's
good.
one of the arguments about not bidding these potentially marginal grand slams, and sometimes they miss it at the other table.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was Migri and Andrew bid 7. They did have an exclusion auction.
Well done to Cecilia and Kevin.
Yeah, nicely done. They've now arrived in 6 hearts, and they're gonna love that dummy. The fact that the diamond finesse is losing means they can't go wrong. So
I love to see you're like trusting each other. Otherwise, there will be an early divorce.
How long have they been married now?
It's not that long. I actually don't know exactly, but it's not.
Yeah,
Not more than
within a couple years, right?
Well, I would hope you at least went to the wedding so you know when it was. But
I mean, they just speed it up because Cecilia needed a green card.
Yeah, I never got to go to Shane and Sanders' wedding either. They
No.
had the same situation. Yeah. So the Rimstads, we know, just don't like weddings. They don't like celebrating at all. And the typical.
I know who's not going to be on my invite list.
What's that?
I know who I'm not going to invite to my wedding when that happens.
Me? Are you saying
No,
that?
but my sisters, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
They
And
need
who
to
needs
invite
Shane there? No, yeah, exactly.
me. Oh, yeah. I mean, inviting Shane for sure.
Joe, Shane, all the good. All right, 980, 10 imps for Millens. That is a big swing, and
Good pickup for Millens.
that was that. They're the only pair that successfully navigated that hand, by the way, in the entire event. The 3 other results were 3-0, 4 hearts, and 7 hearts. So there you go. Well done, the Rimstads.
I mean, kudos for beating 7 hearts. It was just a very simple finesse.
Yeah, exactly.
4 hearts and 3 no. Not too many points for that.
They had an exclusion auction in their bid to 7 as well, but then it went like 5 no 7 hearts by the North hand. North couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Cecilia judged that very nicely. Not surprising.
So here we have 25 points between the two hands and two balanced hands with stoppers everywhere. You'd think that 3-0 would be a normal spot, but potentially they bid diamonds.
You're gonna see 2 diamonds here for sure, right? Or is he gonna resist? The suit's amazing.
How's the auction in the other room? Because Zach had a 12 count, and I suppose both opened the bidding.
I will tell you, it went. What board are we on? 20 here.
20.
It went a club by North, 2 diamonds, double by South, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, pass, 4 clubs, all pass.
Once again, Zach had this brutal queen of 1.
Yep.
With
diamonds on his right.
So Stuart chose 1.
Interesting.
Safer than 2 diamonds, but then partners. But I think he might have some more values. But then...
Right. That's dangerous, but 1 heart here is spades, we're guessing. 4 to 5 spades. Does this look familiar to you, Mr. Rimstead?
That looks very Scandi or European.
Scandi? Danny, when are we going to play bridge, man?
No, we'll have to find some time.
Let's schedule some time at the next Vegas Nationals. We'll either play bridge or poker, one or the other. I don't care.
We've already played poker together once, and Rob saw one of my more unlucky sessions.
Yeah, I was bad mo for you that day for sure.
I lost a whole bunch of pots, but I don't think you and I ever played a big pot together.
No, well, I usually try to stay away from the people I know are good poker players. I learned that much.
All right, so here, East West did bid and raise diamonds, and now Rimstead's balanced with a double. Kevin is balanced with a double.
One thing that is interesting is that I know those playing transfer in competition often has a bid showing both my majors after they overcall a diamond. I don't know if Cecilia and Kevin has it. So if they do, I guess double would just a knife for it. Okay, I guess they don't.
Got it. So this was a look for one major.
Just to take, maybe Cecilia's just bidding 2 hearts because she doesn't have anything else she's really dying to bid.
I mean, she has a 5th club, so I guess that is
He's just he was just always gonna get to this at some point if he didn't find some sort of major shebang there. You play poker at all, Becca?
Not very often.
Would you like to play with Danny and I after this, just for a couple hours?
Depends what the stakes.
We'll play for Kroner.
I can promise. I mean, you're surely way better than I am.
See, that seems ridiculous, Danny.
Yeah, I bet with some practice that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, the Rimsteads are like good at everything. I've never seen them be bad at something.
I would say I play poker maybe a couple of times a year, but yeah, that's it.
So 3 diamonds is a looky-loo here.
I think that's good judgment from Cecilia, because I suppose Kevin's auction on this hand is sort of like a mild limitation to the game.
Yeah, because he doubled and then he kind of followed up with this. So.
Yeah.
So who's the best? In no particular order. All right. Let's rank the top 5 female players in the world.
Oh, that's a difficult question.
I agree.
You just name the top 5 female players in the world?
Just like top without any order, just name like who you think the 5 of the top female players are.
I mean, last couple of years, I would say I've had the same top 3 for a while now. And that is going to be Cecilia, Marion Mikkelsen, and Sabine Auken. That is my top 3.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Those are all good candidates.
But I do know they have really good players in China also.
Yeah.
Although I can't pronounce their name correctly.
So now it went 3-0 and 4 clubs. So
surprising 3-0 bid, isn't it? Having only a queen
with
double.
Queen X of diamonds, right? Is that like I mean, who knows what's happening here at this point?
Kevin's hand is not that bad, and I think it sounds like Cecilia should be unbalanced. Let's say she has one more diamond and one less spade, and then you would just be making five clubs.
And honestly, you can make 5 clubs on a diamond lead, right? Can't you? If Stuart puts the jack of diamonds on the table.
Yeah, I think I would have raised the 5 clubs on Kevin's hand also.
Yeah.
A pretty good hand.
Am I right, though? If he leads a diamond, are they making 5 clubs?
Yeah, and also it's getting interesting. Let's say they lead a spade. Although then you...
thank you in the chat. That's my fault. Give me some more sound check over there. Mika, just say something else.
Hello,
my name is Michael.
That should sound more clear for everybody, folks. That's
hello, my name is not Michael.
All right, Danny.
So, by the way, you were asking about the top 5 women's players in the world. So,
yeah.
Not that this is proof of anything, but if you look at the WBF rankings, the top 4 are all fellow country women. Catherine Burch-Clough, Emma Ovilius, Jessica Larson, and Sana Clemenson.
Wow.
Yeah, apologies to anybody whose name I mispronounced. And then the 5th is China's top player, Wenfei Wang.
Yeah. Oh, that is not a good lead from Stuart.
Yep, that's going to be a big swing for the Millens team again. As long as you can't help but get this right.
Yeah, there's nothing to apply from here.
Yeah.
I guess Anam was regretting her race to 2 diamonds.
Yeah, right. Unfortunate for her.
This is a spot. This is a spot, by the way, where the old-fashioned Rosencrantz redouble, where
showing a lead direct, basically.
Yeah, I take it back. They didn't make a negative double. If they'd made a negative double, you could redouble to say I've got to raise with or without.
Right. They bet a heart here instead.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, it's okay.
Bridge Galaxy, give us a little sound check there. That sound better, bud? We've adjusted our volume here, and that was on my end. It was not a mic issue, at least I think.
Yeah, it's funny that there's 4 top Swedes in the women's ranking, but Sweden has won the Venice Cup 2 times in a row now.
Yeah.
And
well, what the heck are you doing right in bridge in Sweden? Like, seriously, considering like the size of the country, you guys have a massive percentage of male, female, amazing players.
I wish I had a quick answer to it.
So do I. Yeah. No, it's a real question because it's pretty astonishing, you know.
Although we do have a really strong bridge scene in Stockholm.
So your generation is obviously doing very well. There was a bunch of really good players from the generation that's one older than yours as well. That came up in Sweden before you were playing. How much of that did they help the progress of your game and the rest of your generation?
Like
I would say they've been helping a lot, but I would say the biggest influence of my career would be my former junior coach and junior captain, because they were just putting so much time into the junior bridge, like organizing junior meetings, and they were just amazing at the bridge tournaments also.
Who was that?
One of them was P.O. Sundlin, which may be a familiar name to some people.
Yeah.
One
is less familiar, who was captain, and then he basically was not captain anymore.
Yeah, so I think of P.O. He's like probably 2 generations older than you, but I think of him as sort of the godfather of Swedish bridge from back in the day.
Yeah, he's been an enormous influence on a lot of bridge juniors, also to Cecilia for sure.
So here we see North South had a forcing or semi-forcing no trump auction to 2 diamonds, and Anam has doubled in takeout position.
Oh,
pretty good. Pretty good hand for not vulnerable, but it's going to be a disaster as far as finding a fit, unfortunately, for them.
Well, they may have Stuart Rubenstein may just realize, well, bidding hearts or clubs isn't profitable. Let's see how 2 diamonds double does.
Right. And I think that might be his best choice, right? He knows this is kind of a misfit, considering he has 5 spades also.
I just can't stop looking at the contract of the other room.
2-0 in the South, made 1. I got you. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready
this is it, getting into the mind of Zach Grossack, right? So pass, one no trump, 14-17, shapely bid. One long major by North is 2 diamonds. 2 no trump by East, all pass.
I'm
And
confused. Pass. Who up in the no trump?
You're on the wrong board, I think.
What board am I looking at? 21?
21.
You're right. You're exactly right. Sorry, guys. I looked at the wrong 2 no contract. They played it 2 contracts in a row. Okay, sorry. 1 spade by North, pass, a no trump. 2 clubs by the West Hand, which was Shan.
Wow.
Pass, double. Pass, 2 diamonds. Pass, Zach popped it into 2 no. And
Of course.
it was the King of Hearts lead, and it went
End of the story.
it went +1 from there.
So
Yeah.
here, I see Stuart Rubenstein did pass, 2 diamonds doubled.
Ooh, very nice. So this should be
Yeah,
interesting.
he really didn't have much choice.
Right.
It's not a pass out of, if he had queen 10 9 8 with the diamonds, he'd be licking his lips and passing. Here, it's like, well, I guess passes are
I
best spot.
guess we might have a shot of going plus here, right? Because he's worried about getting sawed off in whatever he bids, right? If he chooses some of this.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I guess this contract could have been really ugly if you just put a bit more of the spot cards on the East-West hands, but now you have so many spot cards to work with, so I guess it shouldn't be too painful.
Yeah.
But we can see all the 52 cards, Cecilia can't. Especially the stiff King of Diamonds.
Hmm.
So I suppose she will try to open up the communication in spades and see what's happening from there.
There she goes.
So what is Stuart going to do on this one? I guess he has to believe that Anam has the ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you certainly could imagine spots where it's right for declarer to lead low from ace jack 9 8 fifth there, but since Stuart's marked with the pointed suit cards and Anam has got the rounded suit cards.
A bit surprised. Why did Anam play a high club? Looked like she want heart back. But to me, that signals for spades, unless they play some reverse suit preference.
Maybe they possibly play that. Is that possible?
I thought it was only one pair in the world who did that.
What pair is that, by the way? I don't even know.
Well, the foreign pair of Mixtrot and Rodwell.
Is that right? They played reverse suit preference? I never knew that.
They did.
I've actually played against them many times too. I don't know. I forgot that one. I was playing with Radu against them in the GNTs at some point. And they had a Meckwell auction that we had a little fun with. Imagine getting accruing 100,000 master points, Danny.
That's a lot of bridge.
And that's just like
that's a lot of hotel rooms. That's a lot of
totally. Yeah, exactly. A lot of greasy food.
also a lot of winning. So let's not sell
Yeah,
that.
no kidding. Right. I was doing stats for the Open, like just getting like Chip Martell stats are ridiculous, and but I never looked at Mexroth's. Like, I mean, that's.
I mean, the stream would never finish if you started.
Exactly. It's funny. The history of bridge is pretty. Like the American bridge scene was amazing back in the day. I mean, which is kind of why we still get 2 teams for the Bermuda Bowl, basically, because they had a lot of great bridge, but. China is charging, and their bridge scene is also quite successful. They just have it everywhere. All the mind sports are really big for them.
Yeah, well, China had the advantage that the premier or whatever his title was an avid bridge player, and one started opening up, and he encouraged bridge in schools. And that's, as I'm sure you guys both know, the younger you start, the better you're going to be. 100%. If you can start kids at like 8, 9, 10 years old learning how to play bridge, the chances of them being world level players goes up dramatically.
Yeah.
And being young is such a gift. it just gets in so quickly, and then it never shakes. Like I took 20 plus years off of the game, and I still, when I came back, knew exactly how to play cards. I got much better because I learned a lot after that, but like that skill, the bidding was clueless, but the play just stays in you. And that's the thing. The younger you get people into the game, the more success you have in the future, you know, because even if they don't play for a while, if they come back, they know it exists.
So now Declare is sort of awkwardly placed from leading from the dummy. He's just going to
pitch a heart here.
The club rough with his long diamonds.
Looks like they're going to score the king of diamonds on a spade through here, possibly also.
Is it? I wonder if he has to play so if he plays a trump, those 9-8 of spades is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has to play a spade now to make his partner score the king of diamonds before it's too late.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this that spot where they have to do that, or can they get out? Because that's going to work for them.
And I suppose Stuart, you know the full distribution on his hand. And since he hasn't seen the 10-9-8 of diamonds, he's just going to be doing well to play a spade at this point.
There it is. Wow. Oldham's going to get this nice uppercut here. Is he gonna float this one? Or she, excuse me. Cecily's playing this one. Pardon me.
I guess, I mean, Anam won the ace of spades the first time the spades was played, so I guess she has to make a guess if she's going to play Anam to make a false card in spade or not.
Guess what board the other table is on right now?
25.
Almost, Danny. They have 2 tricks left on board 24, so they're steaming ahead. And there's the king of diamonds scoring, but they did well to shake instead of trying to rough that also, though. She knows what's going on.
It's a good bridge.
So now the defense is just going to score the queen of diamonds from here. Is that right?
So no, if
it goes club, he shakes a spade. If it goes heart, he roughs, plays a spade. She roughs.
So what happens?
I mean, don't you sort of have a high cross rough?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that's all they can get, right? As long as they rough with the 8 of diamonds here. Or sorry, the dummy's roughing. Excuse me, they're pitching a spade here.
But that's going to give them the king of spades also.
Can it go spade, rough? Oh, she can... Stuart
so I guess
shake a heart.
You have to discard a heart.
And then she has to rough high and then play another spade, and then she has the queen 6 behind.
So that 6 of diamonds might be the key card on the hand. Amazing.
This is crazy. We've seen some really interesting end positions so far. You want
to hit the cheat button and see if we're right?
Sure. You're ready.
Now Stuart has to discard a heart, right?
There it is. Yep. We are right. Dana would be so upset with you, Danny. I won't tell her.
Okay, hit the cheat button every now and then just to confirm what you think is going on.
I like that we agree that it is the cheat button, but no, seriously, it's honestly, if you're watching yourself, it's amazing. You should smash that button a lot.
Also, I mean, from when you just play regular bridge, some of the times you'll look at the hand records afterwards and see something that you wouldn't have seen in the play. Oh, he didn't get this.
Ooh, now she's cold.
Yep, now she's making on a cross rough.
Yep. Because she gets to rough a heart low, as long as she roughs the heart low.
Yeah, so now she just knows the whole position.
Right.
Knows Anam had 6 clubs, 2 spades, and stiff diamond. She's taking her time. Yep. Once again, well done from Sicily.
Yep, not surprising.
Stuart was defending the hand so well throughout. Just this little minor mistake in the end. It's another swing passing by.
Yeah, that would have been
the elusive
8 the other way.
So this match becomes maybe the less exciting match because they are now ahead 26. The other match, Zhang is pulled ahead by 3, so maybe in set 3 we might watch. But honestly, I think in the next set we might have Kolesnik versus Rimstead and Rimstead. So I don't know how we might avoid that, and especially if Finn Kolesnik shows up and wants.
Yeah, and remember, 26 imps is still close with what 90.
Oh God, yeah,
100 boards to go. 98 boards to go.
I think you said that in many of these, Danny. It's close, no matter what the margin is on day one. It's close.
Right.
Yeah, Peter. It's just so sad that you only get 180 for making two of a minor double. I agree. 470 is much tastier.
So in the other room again, surprising content.
They keep playing no trump in that room. That's what I'm saying. That was the 2-0 down 2. And that's the other auction I gave you. Wait, do you remember the other auction I gave you guys?
Yeah, it was this hand up in a no trump. The next hand bid something showing one major,
and then 2-0 all pass.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I have some sympathy for if north south were out of the auction, west showing a strong no trump ish and east inviting, but
yeah,
here we'll see a different. It's going to go club of spade double.
2 spades by Kevin, or are you just kind of like ashamed to raise with this hand?
I am not ashamed to raise. I love raising 1 spade to 2 on these days.
Yeah, 2 spades is such a preemptive bid. I just love to bid it.
Yep.
It's hard for them to get you when it's wrong, and it just steals that whole level of bidding.
Yeah.
And you this is the sort of hand where Anam has a nice 14 count, so she has an easy 3 hard bid, but
on other situations, yeah.
Unless you're playing like a good band 2 no trump, you may lose your heart fit here because you don't necessarily want to bid 3 hearts with a minimum.
Play transfers after major double, so this is he's playing. Wait, he's treating this as, is this the reverse of normal here?
Yeah, so I guess 2 hearts is a weak race.
They flip flop it. If I can get to the right thing, yeah, weak spade race, interesting. And there's on him with 3 hearts.
There was a set that would probably be 3 spades, and Stuart might give it a shot, spinning 4 hearts. A bit aggressive. Queen and 1 in space is pretty awful here.
It won't make on a club lead, but it probably makes on a non-club lead, right?
Can you ever get away with? Don't think so. Looks like you have 4 top losers, but you can never get that 5th club.
Yeah, that's right. You can't shake enough clubs from the west hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad. We will see, though. West.
You is just so bad. I think you should probably just pass. Queen and 1 in space is so bad.
Yeah.
You see, partner has a maximum, and not only do they have a maximum weak no trump, but they also have a nice fitting honor for you in diamonds, and you're still not cold.
Mm.
That's a good indication that maybe that's enough.
Yeah. Danny, do you only support California baseball teams? It was the A's before, and now it's the Padres. Is that?
I'm actually a Phillies fan, but I like to go to other parks. And when I do, I was in San Diego a couple weeks ago, and I just like to buy their hats.
That's a throwback one too, right? That's
the 1970s.
Nice.
Colors.
I remember baseball cards with those hats.
Yeah.
Ooh, 4 hearts. There we go. That's the one thing I love about baseball is that every park is different. I find that is the charm of that sport because it's always on a different field. Golf, same. And once again.
So the one thing in favor of the 4 heart bid, not saying that it's right, but sometimes they were making 3 spades, in which case 4 hearts down 1 isn't really a big cost.
Gotcha.
But here it looks like they had 4 losers and 5. It's 2 hearts of diamond and 2 clubs and to lose in spades, right?
Yeah.
Because the jack of clubs is on side for your side. That doesn't help you in hearts, but it helps you on defense.
So they will get their 4 tricks here, and this won't be bad. They'll actually gain on this for the east-west pair if they're only going down 1. In the other
so now, as Cecilia cashed ace king of spades, I guess she could figure out that playing the ace of diamonds here can never really cost, because they can just never get all the clubs away.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, this is weird. I feel like there's some sort of cheating going on here.
I would say there's some sort of telepathy going on.
Yes. No wonder the rim sets are so amazing.
Could be other situations where it would just be so awkward. It's like, oh, you're gonna switch to the ace of diamonds, or you're gonna switch to a club. Don't really know, but in this situation, I guess ace of diamonds you just could never trust.
So here we're going to see the declarer has a claim for down one.
Yep. There it is. Yeah. Nice try.
Still gaining 3
imps. Yeah. And we can see the other match is still going. They're playing pretty quickly. This is one of, if not this is definitely the slowest table. But they're still not super slow, right? There's still an hour left in the round, and they're, well.
6 at the other table seems like a lot of tricks on this layout, but I guess the diamonds go away if you don't take them. Obviously, you have to lose the ace of trumps and the ace of
guess the spades.
I suppose the lead was something like a heart, and then when you knock out ace of spades, they did not cash the diamonds, so you could pitch all the diamonds on the clubs.
Yeah, clubs are breaking 3-3. Friendly hand. New York likes the Padres too after the Soto trade. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Peter. And we're live, folks, so don't forget on both networks here. Hop into the chat, say hello, ask your questions, comments.
Here's a really old-fashioned treatment that's started to gain some traction again. 2-0 Trump showing both majors.
4-4 minimum, interesting. Yeah. And a range. Transfer. So they're picking spades, obviously, and now we still have it right-sided.
Do you use this sort of treatment, Mike?
I don't use it. I have done it many times with different partners, but for some reason, me and Ola doesn't do it. I don't know why.
Seems like it gives away a lot of information to the defense about what declarative shape is. If say Kevin had just responded 2 hearts, and Cecilia had 4 hearts and 3 spades, you would never know about that 4th spade in declarer's hand.
Yeah.
So upsides and downsides to every agreement as usual. But that is a pretty. I mean, it's pretty nice to know for a lot of different sorts of hands too. So especially this one.
Well, the other downside is now you can't bid statement with a terrible hand with say 3-4-5-1 or whatever, just hoping to pass 2 of whatever partner bids, and if 2 of whatever partner bids is 2-0 Trump, now you have to play 3 of some suit.
3 of a terrible spot that you already don't want to play in.
Yeah, so I mean, for that reason alone, I don't like the idea of opener going past 2 spades rather.
All right, so club lead here, and
we can see the hand is pretty friendly, but Kevin doesn't know that.
Right.
He's got to worry about 4-1 spades, the jack of spades, the king of hearts.
Yeah, he's got to untangle clubs.
All kinds of stuff.
Is it just going to go club to the king, spade to the 10 here, do you think? Or maybe spade to the queen? Spade. There's only one way to really hook the jack, right? So he's going to be...
That feels somewhat natural, but then if West gets on lead with the jack of spades, say, and is able to force the dummy, that might make things awkward for declarer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's nothing obvious about how to play
an easy hand right here.
I'm happy I didn't have to play it time.
I'd be much happier having a heart lead and having it go 7 king.
Yeah,
right.
And then, we're in good shape in the hearts. The clubs look good.
So I believe this table is now going to be delaying play for the rest of the field.
Yeah, that's probably true. So one thing is you might want to lead a spade from the dummy first, just so that, say if it goes spade to the 10 jack and they start forcing you, at least if it goes spade to the king, maybe you've got an extra trumpet, another trumpet. That may be what Kevin's thinking. I'm not sure.
So there's the win and dummy, and
he's blocking. Yeah, he did win it to play a spade from the other hand.
So I guess that was a minor issue now, because Kevin saw that the 7 of club was led, and Stuart followed with deuce. So he saw all the loaded clubs spots.
Mm-hmm.
He should know that the clubs are 5-1 or 3-3.
Right.
Good piece of information for him.
And he's hoping 3-3 for sure. And okay, that helps.
King of Hearts is not gonna.
That makes it a little easier to untangle your entries and unblock everything. So this will go nicely for him now, and they will duplicate that result. Plus 680. Well done again, KDR.
KDR. He's not KD anymore. He's KDR.
It's KDR. He chose it. You choose the name you put into the tablet, right? And that is that. Is it common for Swedish couples to take each other's names, or is this breaking ground internationally and worldwide?
It's actually, you can pick the husband, you can pick the wife. It's just whatever you feel like.
Understood.
Usually we take the last name, which is more rare than the other.
Makes sense. I like that.
I just want to. I mean, if anyone is interested in marrying me out there, people, you can upgrade in the alphabet. I'm a B, so if you're any of the lower alphabet people, if you want to get first in line, I have that going for me.
So here we see a hand where what I was just talking about, where if North opens a no trump, South might want to bid 2 clubs to try to potentially get to a 4-4 major would fit, but they won't want to do that if partner is going to respond to no.
Right. Unless they think, okay, we have a double fit, maybe I can squeak it out.
I'd rather play 1 no than 3 hearts opposite 4-4.
I agree.
I guess,
and you're not vulnerable here, so there you go.
So I guess Zach was bidding 2 clubs in the other room as they were playing 2 spades.
Yeah, in fact, let's take a look. Board 24. They're so far ahead at the other table. It's amazing.
So how's 1 no trump is not exactly. So the defense had the first 5 diamond tricks right away.
Yeah, exactly, Mick. It went Stayman 2 spades, all pass.
Yeah, I think 1 no trump might fail here.
Yeah, don't really have any tricks anywhere, and they played the first 5.
5 diamonds and just sit around and wait for the rest, right?
Feels like they're going to get 2 tricks in the offsuits.
Right.
It's not that much fun to start discarding after all those 5 diamonds either.
No kidding.
Yeah, but as against that, Issa's not going to have a comfortable play on once they're done cashing their diamonds.
Yep.
They don't want to play a heart from the king, a club from the king, or the 10 of spades. None of those are appealing.
Yeah. You would guess you probably would choose a spade, though, considering the options. The other options look even worse.
Well, and that blows up the spade suit, right?
It depends on what they pitch, right?
Yeah, I suppose now Stuart just has to pay attention to the discards and see what's happening. So what is Anna going to discard? It's not that much fun to discard when you're having the 10-4 for hearts. Okay, I guess now she will.
Now she's got a heart discard.
Yep, there goes a heart. It's always nice to be behind that. Here we go again. Probably
would it have been better for Cecilia to pitch a spade and keep the spade length in her hand and the heart length in the dummy to put more pressure on the num?
Definitely.
There goes the heart.
I wonder what the discards the East-West are playing. I've seen a lot of standard plays and I've seen some upside down. Maybe this is a standard count discard. I don't know. I'm going to remind Cecilia and Kevin are 5 boards behind Shan Huang.
Why is Shan a deliberate player?
I mean, I've been playing in the same team in the Nationals as him 4 years now.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him receive some time penalties, and that is
so
that is quite hard in ACBL. I understood.
Are Cecilia and Kevin slow-ish, or is it Stewart and Onum here?
I would say that Cecilia is selectively slow, so she's not like consistently slow.
So another pitch decision here. She shook a club in the last one. She's going to try to hold 4 spades in one of these hands, right?
Yeah, as Danny was pointing out, I think I would just get rid of spades in hand and keep space in dummy, but I guess Cecilia has another plan. So she's probably keeping all the space in hand.
Shaking another club.
I've often hypothesized that if you wanted to find out who's the best card playing team in the world, you just have them play 1 no trump for 60 boards.
We were talking about that earlier. Someone said the best way to get a gauge of your competition is watching them play or defend one no trump on board one.
Right.
Well, play boards 1 through 60. You would see who's the better card playing team for sure.
Well, that's how some of the cheating pairs got found out so easily, right? They figured out that, you know, this guy couldn't declare his way out of a paper bag, but he was defending like a world champion. You know, like, how does that happen?
So we see Cecilia has bared her ace of hearts, so she won't be able to make a heart play towards the king anymore.
And if they are playing a standard count scene, I guess Stuart should know that
Autumn's played the 7 and then the 4 of hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. We had quite a few viewers on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for joining. Don't forget questions, comments. We're live here. If you're watching on the replay and you're typing in and we're not answering, well, we're on the replay. So, not surprisingly, Stuart's going to take his time here and kind of digest what he's just seen.
Any reason to think they are in time pressure?
They should get an alert, I think, on their tablet. I think it starts shining in red. So they do get a little bit of that information, I think.
So she got out the 7 of spades here instead of the 10.
So now could she conceivably just play spade here, or just?
Well, she plays spade. She's going to be down for sure. I mean, I don't see how she's going to fix from here no matter what.
Although cashing ace of hearts takes away the entry to the spades.
Cashing ace of hearts, and I mean, it looks
she
like
might try to put the club to the 10, something.
She's going to try to break up herself getting end played, right? At some point.
Well, she goes club to the 10.
It goes club.
Yeah, he's not going to work this time, but let's say the jack of clubs was on side.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the club.
Pretty amazing, right? Because she still has communication. Here goes ace of spades.
Which I guess makes sense because you would never know that Stuart was playing 7 of spades from 10-7 double.
Sure. So now we have 2 tricks in that north hand and 1 in dummy, but that's not quite enough. But she can end play Stuart with a heart play here at the end, right?
Well, I guess she would if she had a heart.
Oh, sorry. She's on here.
She wants to go back, reach it back into the pile.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just play normal bridge and lead from the dummy now. There you go.
Right. So
down to
that'll be 4 imps to the 5 imps.
5 for Rubens.
I swear I didn't look ahead and see that this board was going to come up, or where the case for the invitational, the 2 no trump bid was right. So clearly it only took 1 board.
We saw that they popped it right into 2 spades without having that agreement at the other table, because Zach could bid 2 clubs and just go with it. And here we have a big hand. Is that 23 in Autumn's hand?
Yeah, it is 23 points to 9. So I guess maybe some pair or pairs with slam on this one.
Yeah, they're not going to find any fits anywhere, but they do have the values. You think, and look at that.
Got good values. They've got sorts of tricks, but yeah.
Let's see what happened at the other tables on this board here. 25. That's the good thing about being at the slowest table. We get a lot of results. So far, 2 tables have completed it. Actually, sorry, 3 now. 4 no, 4 spades, 3 no.
So what's your style here as far as
rebidding?
Showing trump or showing majors? Do you like just bid to get your balanced hand in and try to find the majors later, or do you want to rebid 2 hearts here?
Good question.
I have more and more leaned to showing this as a balanced hand. I used to be the one showing hearts and then spades, and hopefully I will survive. But nowadays, I just feel like every time I show this as a no trump, at least I will not have a disaster bidding going on,
Right.
going forward.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is a Kokish auction here, so she's about to show. We're not sure yet. She could show some sort of. This is just forced, obviously, or asking.
So if she's able to show hearts and spades, game forcing.
And quite aggressive to force to game with his hand with hearts and spades.
Yeah. So this is what this is like a Dave Caprera thing where 3 clubs would have been strong with single suited hearts, and 3 diamonds is showing spades and hearts. 3 hearts would have shown hearts and clubs, and 3 spades would have shown hearts and diamonds. Yeah. If I have that all correct.
There we go. Majors, longer hearts. So
wow.
Sorry, my mouse went a little AWOL.
Well, she found partner with 9, and they just signed off. So we can see Rubenstein's got a very, useful hand here and hasn't shown any values whatsoever. His partner's made game forcing bid.
So you would expect he
I mean, for me, I would like to be able to bid a quantitative 4-note trump there over 3 diamonds.
Yeah,
partner could have at least a king more than they do, and not want to move.
And also now was like a huge minimum, and as the cards lie, you were making a slam, but it's not a good slam, obviously. But you were making a slam.
Yeah, 10 doubles and a spades helps out there, eh? A spade finesse wins. And
3 hearts are nice.
Yeah, everything's nice actually. You just have to avoid the diamond finesse. Well, sorry, you don't even have to do that. You just have everything.
And even if the hearts were not 3-3 on this hand, you would have some favorable lies where you are making a slam.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you took a really passive option, just bidding 3-0, but it was I don't know if I can call it successful because it was a bad slam, but
sure. It's a slam you wouldn't necessarily want to be in, but it would have worked out score-wise for you.
Yeah.
And one of the things about this particular sort of slam try, when you make the quantitative 4-note trump bid, my experience is that very rarely goes down because you're 2 tricks short of where you're trying for. You usually have enough extra values to make 4-note trump when you have like 30.
Yeah, you have that many, so it's not risky at all to go 1 trick up, basically.
I don't remember the last time I brought back 4-note trump down 1 on this sort of auction.
Right.
It's a bit awkward having that, isn't it?
It's not fun when it does, I'm sure. I think you're more likely to go down and 1 at 4-note trump one. It's one of these, you open a note trump and they compete to 4 of a major, and you bid more note trump because you've got like a source of tricks in the minors, and they just happen to have 4 tricks that time. But
definitely,
these 31.3 4-note trumps are very rarely in too much danger.
Do not worry, folks. We are not missing anything in any other tables because we have bottlenecked the action. we have stopped play at every table because our table is slower than any other, so we're watching the right match, Bradley.
So what Rob's saying, by the way, is that the players themselves haven't stopped playing. It's just the
tablets. The players are going to play until they finish, but the broadcast slows down to make sure that there's no information getting passed.
I would guess one downside bidding 4-note quantitative on this hand is that you're taking away like the whole bidding box while your partner is still unlimited. So you might still be belonging in 6 hearts on this hand, and actually not playing no trap at all.
Right, but partner, if they're going to accept a slam try, they can make. There are a lot of bids between 4-0 and 6-0 that they can make to
absolutely
try to get to a different strain than no trump. They can bid 6 hearts themselves. They can bid 5-no, sort of as a choice. So here we're going to see declarers run the hearts. I think he's just going to play a spades and the queen at some point.
I guess he has to unblock the clubs first, right?
Yeah. Unblock the club, spades and the queen. He doesn't want to necessarily. Yep. And that'll be 5, 7, 10, 12 tricks, I guess. So 1 imp for them.
They have finished play at the other table. Not surprising. That is a fast table right there. Even with Shan, as you're saying, Zach brought the speed of that table up pretty nicely. Everyone else is through board 26. It looks like Rosenthal Zhang is kind of on the same pace of this table. Actually, sorry, one table is at board 27 there, so we're just starting to play it. There you go. And guys, I'll be right back. Just need to go take a quick break here.
Yep, this is kind of a board you can take a break. It's not going to be too interesting.
Well, that's a surprise.
He's really making a huge mess out of this hand, even though it's just a matter of overtricks.
So he's going to catch ace of diamonds, queen of clubs, and then take a spade for us is his plan.
That's
why he unblocked the spade queen so he could end up in the dummy.
I guess this is how you make 13, right? You squeezed Kevin.
Yes. Sweet.
Unless he wants to do the end play for a safe 12 tricks. Oh, wow. Okay. Hands up. We never saw that coming.
Yeah. Touch them all. So 2 imps. So 2 hearts in the other room.
That looks like a pretty good score for North-South, right? Because you have 4 top losers, but at the same time, East-West are making 4 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Selling out 2 hearts seems very wimpy.
With the East cards especially, that's...
I mean, at some point, East has to bid the clubs, and West having an opening hand.
So here, East is just opening clubs. Let's see what exactly did happen at the other table there.
So we're expecting Anam to bid 2 hearts, showing a limit raiser better in support of clubs. I don't know if Celia can double just to say she's got something, but this might not even be enough of something. Oh, no, she bids one.
Are you ready for this? It went a heart, pass, and no trump, which is just non-forcing, they say. 2 hearts, all pass. No bid.
So East gonna never bid with a promising 6-4 with all their values in there.
Right, right.
Pretty conservative.
East chose to just kind of stay out of the auction. Here, I wouldn't mind opening 1. Would you guys open 3 with this hand sometimes in first chair?
I think it's too good.
I think it's too good. Although sometimes being this good in vulnerable is not that bad, I guess.
Maybe vulnerable second chair or something like that. But I mean, for me, I agree. It seems like a 1 club opener. Question for Michael. Who is the best player in your family?
How do you ask a question like that?
They gave you an out though. They also said, then David W said, or are they all equal-ish?
And you cannot believe how many times I get this question.
I'm sure.
I have always my answer prepared. I don't respond to that question.
So I'm going to ask you a different question as far as your family is concerned. Obviously, all 4 of you play. What about tell us more about your parents.
That's a good one. The thing is, my dad is still playing on a top level in the Swedish, but he never really had an interest in representing Sweden or playing professionally. But he plays bridge on a high level.
Nice. And how about your mom? Did she play?
She played maybe once a year. That's all.
Just to please your dad.
But
the good thing about the fact that she plays once a year means that she at least understands bridge and can follow your family's exploits.
Yeah,
so.
Oh yeah, I can tell you, she follows every single tournament we are playing.
I'm guessing she's your biggest fan.
She is definitely our biggest fan.
Well, I remember when.
Our dad.
Well, recently, it's funny. You both were cover boys of the Bridge Bulletin, maybe back to back or something like that. But I remember your sister got on the cover of some Swedish magazine, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, "Whoa, that's some serious star power right there."
We have a problem here. Houston, we have a problem.
So they have really continued to bid as we've been chatting here. So here we go.
I'm not sure what they did wrong, but 3-0. I'm guessing that 2-0 Trump was supposed to be sort of like both minors, I've got longer clubs and diamonds kind of thing, and then Anam thought that was natural. But we can see the defense can take 10 tricks against no trump.
This actually reminds me of a board I was playing in the juniors where 3-0 was the contract on both tables, but in 2 different directions, then it was a down 5 on both tables.
They bailed the 5 clubs here. That's really 3-0 down 5 undoubled.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's junior bridge for you.
That's junior bridge. Just saying, this is sort of a hand where it's almost down 5 in both directions, playing 3-0.
Right. It's just a massive source of tricks on each side.
So 5 clubs is going to be down 1, right? So that's going to be a good save against 170 to their table.
Right. Little did you know you were against 170. So yeah, they took a sidestep from just a disastrous 3-0, and they're going to lose 3 tricks here clearly.
This is the sort of hand when you're behind on time that you're going to be playing very. I mean, not that there's much to play it anyway, but you should be playing.
You should be claiming quickly, right? And I think they do. As far as I can remember, they get like a red shiny little message like, "Hey, you got to speed up."
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 clubs would have been the best save. Exactly. passing 4 clubs.
Yeah, as Kit Woolsey says, a good save. There's a good save and there's a great save. Great saves make good saves.
Yeah, good call. So in the other match, looks like Zhang has opened up a 10-imp lead against Rosenthal. Still, I mean, both of these matches are super, super close. We're just getting started.
Opening up a 10-imp lead is like seeing the last 3 seconds of the eclipse.
Well, we have 90 boards left in this event, so no lead is safe.
Still having 90 boards to Zach Rosak action.
Yeah. That's right.
One thing I like to sort of think about the imps, if you're like trying to explain that to a non-bridge player, is that each hand is sort of worth more or less 5 imps. So you can say, well, the team that's up 10 imps, they're up 2 boards with 90 boards to go. So
that's probably a good one.
That's good. The next hand could be somewhat interesting also. We'll take a look at that one.
It looks like a pretty flat 4 space, right? Unless East gets too excited with his 6-5. Maybe they have a good save, do they? Good.
They lose a heart.
It does look like if you're guessing the clubs,
club and a diamond, right? Can they get rid of all their losers on that in that contract?
Guess you just have to get into the auction. That's one start. And
yeah, how do you get in is the question. If it goes a no trump 2 hearts, you double and then bid clubs.
Well, we wouldn't expect a 1 no trump opening with that hand. In fact, I don't really like it with 4-4 in the majors. One of my
you might just be missing your majors.
It's one thing, but I like to get my suits in when I'm this sort of shape.
He's probably gonna. Well, I mean,
this is the second time this tournament we could see a splitter response to a transfer.
Would you super accept with this hand?
I would definitely make a super accept. And sure, that could be completely worthless,
especially if he has if he's opposite diamond shortness. It's amazing. Also, it's just like ridiculously strong. So 2 spades is maybe 2 suited. Yeah, let's see.
Brave to take that call. But unfortunately, don't go 2 spades. I guess he sees his chances.
Yeah, something's up with this window. There you go.
The problem is that they're fitted in clubs, and Anam is going to assume their partner's got hearts and diamonds here when it just shows hearts on a minor.
Yeah, because she's looking at a 5-card clubs here.
She's got no reason to think, well, she's got king 4 of spades and stiff queen of hearts. There's no reason for her to think that, well, this is the great hand for 5 diamonds.
Would you guys be tempted to bid 4 spades on Kevin's hand after that low call?
Do you love your heart suit? I guess.
It's not that bad, is it? I guess you would love to have ace, but still.
You think the ace queen are going to be on side more likely than not? Of course, neither one of them is in the east hand.
I mean, are you making against a bad hand from partner?
Well, that's king 5 of spades. You just almost make 4 spades.
Or you're kind of you're taking a nice little tasty sack against whatever they're making, also, right? So Queen of Hearts lead. Looks like they're gonna make this thing.
Yeah.
This one's just gonna be a spade finesse and then knock out the ace of diamonds and call it a day.
Yeah.
They may not even take the spade finesse. Just wondering if.
Oh, sorry, they're going to see it show out right away, right?
Once it shows, I mean, but if it had gone, say, spade honor, small singleton, you might be fearful of king of spades, aces, winning the spade, crossing to the diamond, getting a rough. I guess that's only 3 tricks, so.
Yeah.
Once again, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget, questions, comments, right in the chat. This is the mixed semifinals. In fact, I think I forgot. I might have titled that wrong, but I'll fix it the next time.
And sorry to whoever was asking about the family ranking, but I just can never give any response to it.
I think that's pretty safe. But let's ask you a different one that I'm sure you'll answer. Who's the best golfer in the family?
Oh, that one is easy because looking by the handicap, you're looking at him right there.
Nice. Let that be a lesson to you, Ola. When you don't come on the broadcast, you don't get to, talk smack back to your brother here. That's the key.
What is your handicap?
Right now it's 2.7.
That's very, very good for those of you who are not golfers.
That's like, I would be embarrassed to be on the golf course with you.
Notice that not only the handicap, he knows it to the decimal point.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He knows it to the point where he is being pretty precise with it.
Last week I was 2.1, so.
So when you come to an ACBL Nationals, do you plan some golf around that?
I would say I play almost every single Nationals.
Yeah, because there's just
you're
usually in a spot where there's
already
good
got golf booked in for Toronto, and I will for sure play in Vegas. Planning to play Shadow Creek, which is an amazing course.
Which one are you going to be playing in Vegas?
It's called Shadow Creek.
Shadow Creek, yeah, sure. There's a really, really good golf course that's about an hour, 15-minute drive in Mesquite too. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but it's got spectacular views, and it's supposed to be I haven't played golf much in the last 20 or so years, but anyway, let's get back to the bridge.
Maybe we can have a fun filming session where we do some bridge and golf. We'll have to figure something out. By the way, Niels Blom says, Heisha Familien Rimstedt. I did not pronounce that right, possibly, but I'll type it in the chat for you.
So I'd be tempted to raise 3 spades to 4, favorable vulnerability when partner opens the bidding there with Stewart's hand, but he did not.
In fact, that's exactly the auction they had at the other table. 3 spades past 4 spades.
And I guess
now Kevin's protecting with the idea that maybe partner has a trap pass or can make a part score of some sort or a game even.
And he finds his nicest spot, and we.
Now that's a good wife.
That is a great wife.
They can take out the figure 6 card suit. That is a good wife.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, partner, and thank you, partner. David Douglas. David Douglas is asking the same question I asked earlier. 2.7 handicap and a world-class bridge player. Could Michael please tell us something he's not good at? He's not good at promoting himself either. Yeah, the Swedish way is very non-self-promotional.
So we can see actually Rubenstein's decision not to raise the 4 spades is going to gain his side swim since they're going to get pluses in both rooms.
Yep. One more trick is the ace of trump.
And the diamond rough.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. 2 more tricks. 10 of clubs, ace of clubs.
And I'm a confusing 5 jack of diamonds. It made Stewart stop and think, why is she doing that? And then he decided, well, there wasn't much to do anyway. So
yeah,
that's going to be 7 imps for Rubenstein.
So yeah, I can confirm that all of the Rimsteads are pretty decent at racket sports also. So, and in fact, when next time you're down here in Florida, let's play some tennis. None of this pickleball stuff.
I'll tell you, tennis is my worst racket sport, so you have a good chance to beat me there.
No, I have no chance to beat you, but I like to play, and at least it'll be more competitive than our golf game.
Do you play that padel or paddle?
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of paddle.
Yeah,
there was a ton of people playing padel in Morocco. Like that was the thing to do. Basically, it was like
we did that every day when I was there also.
Yep.
I live about a mile away from a center, and Jeff Hampson and Bobby Levin are frequent players
that
there.
makes sense. Bobby is a fantastic tennis player, from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
So I played paddle against him once.
Was he good?
It could improve. They were not bad, but I was better.
Yeah, obviously.
So was Ola.
So this is a very common one spade opening bid. In third chair, obviously, but even in earlier positions, some people might open this one spade, and then very nice hand from Onum here, and chooses 2 hearts.
I think Rubenstein sort of had a normal 3-heart bid, and they're just going to get the game.
Yep.
I guess Kevin opened one spade only because it was first seat, right?
Yeah, it seems like it. Like, but that's pretty. This would be a pretty standard one spade opener, and
I would do
much anyone's system here. And just so you know, I think David Douglas has the same feeling that Mitch Dunnett says. He just doesn't like you, Michael. He's not a fan. He doesn't like the fact that people can be good bridge players and have a low golf handicap. So, and there's 4 hearts as expected.
Actually, as I understand it, a long time ago, there were competitions where you played an 18-hole golf and then an 18-board bridge, and you match pointed both of them.
See, that would be interesting. I like that. So
they did have it back in Sweden, but they don't have it anymore. I would just love to play this kind of tournament because I think I would have a pretty good.
You would be pretty much. You and your brother would be like unbeatable in that whole thing. Like, do you know what they did? I was reading a Bridge World a long time ago, and they did a great thing with Major League Baseball back in the day when bridge was huge. They let Major League Baseball players look at each other's hands before they played bridge hands against pro bridge players, and then they played like a team match against them. It was great. So you had some of the most famous baseball players in the world playing a face-up bridge match, and they lost a tight match, basically.
That's awesome.
What Rob's describing was in Eddie Kaner's book Bridge Humor. I believe the bridge players were Tim McCarver, Richie Ashburn. There was a basketball player and one other bridge player whose name I can't think of, and then it was against the Aces, the reigning world championship Aces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the hands were not random hands; they were set up so that like there'd be a hand where you had to make a grand slam on a double squeeze kind of thing.
So they massaged the hands for this event a little bit. I see.
Right. So some of the hands were set up so that the amateurs had a good chance, and some of them were. But it's extremely entertaining, though. You want to go ahead and read that.
I would love to replicate it. It's just we need to find the athletes that we can teach bridge. that's the key. It's just a great event because it just shows you how amazing like the best bridge players are. Like you can literally look at your partner's hand and probably not have a good chance to win.
Mm-hmm. And all right, so it's here and going on to the last board.
Last chance to excel here, and what's
let's
it going to
open
be?
some action. In some flat boards, last few boards.
Yeah.
Well, we've had some fun stuff to talk about off color from bridge.
Question for the commentators: what do you use as a rule regarding how strong your hand needs to be too good for a simple overcall? And the reference here is Onum's hand isn't too strong for me, but it did make me wonder what others think.
I sort of very much of the mind, especially when I can overcall at the one level, that unless I have a hand that's deathly afraid of missing game opposite, just like a king or an ace, that I will just overcall and hope to get another chance.
Yeah, and
I don't like double, especially with a 5-card suited, because a club double, 3 clubs, and now I'm bidding a 5-card suited to 3 level doesn't really appeal to me too much. So
got it.
Yeah. I would say one thing that I'm pointing at a little bit is something like if I have 17 points, but I'm also planning my bidding, and also just like Danny's saying, I have to plan my bidding and what could like be the bad things happening. So if I have, as Danny says, a 5-card suit and let's say a bad 5-card suit, I don't want to start doubling and then bid 3 hearts, for example. So I wouldn't say that I have a rule, but I would point at something around 17, 18 points. That's when I will start doubling and bid my suits.
Yeah, gotcha. And then different strengths of hands required different. Like you might have a little less but more shape and still choose to do that way. And if you don't have a 2-seated bid available, but great question, great answers also. And look at this.
One other factor is if say you have 1 spade and 5 or 6 hearts, you really need to be careful because partner's going to want to bid spades.
Yeah.
Area.
And now you might be crowded out of the auction if it's preemptive. And
the same goes for the opponents. Let's say it goes a spade, double, 3 spades. Are you going to bid 4 hearts out of the blue now?
Yeah.
So 3-note trump looks like some sort of splinter here. Maybe they played 2-tiered splinters. Let's find out. 8 to 11, 4+ spades, some shortness. So there you go. It's the mini variety.
So Rubenstein has a hand that's very attractive opposite of Splinter. He's just missing, just doesn't have enough firepower to like make a slam likely. Just
especially with the range being the lower end for
Yeah.
Unum here. She doesn't have like a big Splinter, which I'm assuming is what 4 clubs would be here. So
this enables him to just sign off and not bother asking, given the defense information about
right,
what's
giving no information to the opponents. They don't know where the shortness is, except maybe Kevin can just from his hand assume it's clubs just from tiny details. But ace of diamonds, pretty fair lead. And this looks like it's going to be much the same as the other table. Is there too much complicated here?
Shouldn't. I mean, especially after that lead, you don't have to get the diamonds anymore.
Yeah.
Now, and I guess that Cecilia's 3 of diamonds would be suit preference here because the ace of diamonds looks like a singleton. I'm expecting Kevin to switch to a club here, and knowing that Cecilia does not have the ace of hearts, I guess I was wrong.
David, thanks for the question.
He felt like switching to a club was sort of give up. I mean, for whatever reason, because he could see the diamonds are going to run in all likelihood.
Well, he found the dream, what can I say, distribution in the heart suit.
Yeah, he got him to guess it a little incorrectly here. He's going to score that. And just for the question that was in the YouTube chat, I'm going to throw the schedule up on YouTube for sure, and you'll see that. The schedule is just the same as it was for the Opens, so we're going to be live 11:30 a.m., 1:45 p.m., and then again at 5 p.m. and 7:15 p.m. And Danny, thank you so much for joining for the first 2 segments. We're gonna have a rip roaring good time in the third set. We're gonna have Michael Rimstead, Finn Kolesnik, who his sister will be playing against this team, I think, in the next set, and Dana Berkowitz, whose husband is playing in the other match. So we will have a rivalry gate here, is what we'll call it. Eastern time. All those times are Eastern. And I want to hear some real trash talking in that. I think that's.
Oh, I can't wait for it.
Dana will be the moderator there. We'll let her keep it calm, but you and Finn can fire. And here,
did Taylor get himself in some trouble here?
Well, let's see. He has to lose a spade, a heart, and now, how does he get to dummy to take diamonds?
Oh wow, what is happening?
Does he have to take a roughing finesse now? Well, how does he get to dummy anyway? He has to play. He's in trouble.
He can go ace of clubs.
Okay, so he guess it's gonna be fine if he just gets 2 club roughs then.
I see.
Yeah. King of diamonds, diamond to rough, club to rough, and queen of hearts.
Right. He's got to, if he ignores the diamonds as a source of tricks at this point, he's okay.
There it goes. And now he doesn't care what happens here. If it gets over roughed or not, he just completes it the same way. Loses the king of hearts and the queen of spades, but chopping action. So we did see 7 as the ending margin here. And the other match, wow, Zhang had a real big set, it looks like, or at least a consistently good set. They're up 14 now after being down at the start.
Oh, okay.
That's it, guys.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And Michael, we'll see you again in like an hour and a half or so. And Danny, we'll see you again, I'm sure, throughout the week.
Probably tomorrow.
All right.
Depending on schedules and such.
You got it. We're here, and we'll talk to you later, buddy. Thank you so much.
All right. Good night, everybody.
And thanks for all of you joining. We'll see you back here in just about 90 minutes, folks. Take care.